So, as you saw in the last episode, we ran into another big issue.
Yes.
What we found we certainly weren't ready for. We had failed to notice this on her inspection the day that we bought her. After removing the plywood boxes from the rear wheel arches, we spotted some rust patches, and after tapping them with a screwdriver, we saw the scale of the issue.
We have a few holes. So we took the plywood off and all these boxes, and we found one hole here. I mean, technically you would need to re-weld all that stuff and all this.
So, before we could do anything else, we had another big job on our hands. We had another choice to make. Get a professional in or learn to weld and fix it ourselves. So a quick YouTube masterclass from Ed China.
Hi, welcome to the workshop.
And a few practice runs on sheets of metal, we went straight into the van. Yes.
Welding time.
He's going to give welding a go. I mean, I'd like to try it, but I only want to practice.
Yeah, we never done welding.
I mean, I stuck two pieces of metal next to each other like a few weeks ago and it was awful, so.
I think let's play around a bit.
Practice and then see how we get on with that. The rust patches were cut out and the replacement metal was prepared, and just like that, the first piece was in. We actually used our bulkhead for the replacement metal because this meant that we didn't need to buy any sheet metal and saved us a few pennies.
So I have been given designated bend metal because there's not really much else I can do at the moment all the time that we are welding. Well, Aramis is welding. So I've currently got pieces of metal in the vise that I've just got to bend to make the correct shape for the wheel arch. Haven't been demoted yet, so I can only assume that my metal bending skills are top notch.
Now, we know it's not the prettiest job, but it was Aramis's first time welding and it was solid, and that's all we needed. After hours of welding, the last piece was finally in and we could start thinking about the floor.
So this side is all done now, and what we got left now?
All done.
Just gonna grind it down and gonna paint it, and then we're going to
Wicks. Or wickies, depending on what you want to call it.
Unfortunately, she couldn't do much.
No, which isn't great when it's cold. My toes feel like they're going to fall off.
Why are you in Crocs?
Well, the thing is they're fleece lined and they're not actual Crocs, so it's fine. But it was quite crispy this morning, so they weren't dirty, but now the mud is quite squishy.
Let's finish that and let's go.
We treated the areas that needed taking care of, filling holes and treating any surface rust. Once this was complete, it was time to go shopping for materials to start the subfloor, and for this, we needed timber battens.
Turns out that 29 meters of this was 3 pounds less than 24 meters of non-treated.
So now we've got this long ass bit of wood. What are they called?
Ratchets.
No, they are rat shit straps.
Ratchet.
Rat shit straps. So we're going to use said rat shit straps to put this on the car. I do hope this doesn't fall off.
Why it would fall off?
I don't know. And just right, we've made it back from Wicks. We've got our wooden battens ready, but we need to tidy the van first.
It's an absolute mess.
This has been like this for a very long time, so now is our opportunity to clean it up. And we have a tidy, clean van.
After sourcing the timber, it was time to plan out the floor. We needed to decide where the strongest points needed to be and where most of our weight would be.
That's what we came up with. So that's going to be the middle section, obviously, where the most of the weight's going to be.
Well, we're undecided, aren't we, on bed
Yeah.
layout, so this kind of covers whichever way we want the bed to be.
We had some issues. We had to fit another, like like a space underneath just to make everything flush. So I reckon we just
glue this bit down, paint this side.
yeah, because it's
Leave
getting
it for a
dark
week.
now.
And cold.
And next time we're gonna come back and finish the other side. So let's glue it. Finally, all this welding and
Holes are
fixing engines done.
Yep. And tick off this one.
So it's another weekend and it's even colder than the last one. Some of the areas was really snowy, wasn't it?
Yep.
It's very cold. Who's converting vans in winter?
We are.
And what's the plan for today then?
Finish the floor.
Alright, so we started building the subfloor. So
I mean, that's solid.
That's what she said.
The weather was freezing. We were working in minus temperatures and needed to warm up. Homemade fire pit it was. What's happening?
So we're surviving at sub-zero temperatures. It's very cold, so we need to take some actions. We need fire.
So Flossie's over there and we're just so cold, so we've decided to have a little tiny fire in the hopes it'll keep us warm. It's kicking off some heat. I mean, I've got double gloves on, double socks on, double legs on, and I'm still frozen. Might get in it, might sit on the fire, that'll warm me up. And after gaining feeling back in our fingers and toes, we cracked on.
So I think subfloor pretty much done. I don't think we need anything else.
No.
And now we're just gonna start cutting the insulation boards, whatever you call these things. We're gonna use 25mm insulation because our battens are 25mm. So, and we don't want to lose too much height because I'm quite tall. And I'm already almost touching the ceiling.
We did have to wait a little while for the adhesive to dry, but once it did, it was time to measure and cut the insulation. Got a rough idea of what I'm doing, but now I've got to try and do the rest by myself.
But bear in mind that we've never done anything like that, so we're quite impressed how we managed to do all this batten thing. Now we're gonna see how
the insulation works out. We've got plenty of it, so I'm hoping that I don't waste too much, but I am going to try my best to get this as accurate as possible. We were extremely lucky to be given some offcuts of insulation, so this saved us a lot of money, and it was absolutely perfect to slot between the timber battens. The truth, will it? We spent the day cutting this down and slotting it in.
I think that's my best piece. Right, so we got last piece.
Once all the insulation was down, we then went over all the battens with foil tape to cover any gaps and provide extra insulation. Next was to source some 12mm plywood for the floor. Emma spent time measuring and cutting the wood. With very careful measurements and accurate cutting, 3 lovely pieces of ply came together and created our hard floor.
Oh, hello. That is not bad at all. Well done.
And just like that, we have a floor. Took us 2 days, but...
Yeah, but that's to line it, insulate it and lay it. That's not that bad,
Yeah.
is it?
We never done anything like this.
But teamwork makes a dream work and all that.
And as you can see, we have a floor. So now we can start drawing on the floor and planning that actual design. And also, we need to tick something off.
Oh, we do. Where's the pen?
Where's the marker pen?
This my shit. All the girls that feel like this.
What was that?
My pen. I went like that. I went,
Oh,
right on the top of my noggin.
no, we need a marker pen.
Oh,
So-
that really hurt, that did.
So we can tick 2 boxes.
There you
There
go. Lovely.
Hopefully next time.
I won't be concussed.
So we need to insulate the walls now and the ceiling. And we're kind of thinking what to use.
Undecided on bed design and all sorts of things.
So
We need
that's
a
it.
broom.
That's it for today.
This weekend, completed.
The last part of our floor was to find some vinyl. We chose to go with vinyl for ease and to keep our costs low. We spent the whole day visiting local carpet shops trying to find the perfect colour and style. Thankfully, we both had the same idea, and after a few more shops, we found it. A nice medium oak wood effect, and we couldn't wait to see this in the van.
Not that bad, 60 quid.
No, that's pretty good.
Morning. It's another day. We got something.
Oh yeah, I nearly forgot, but it's quite important. Oh,
That's gonna be our final touch to the floor.
We sanded the ply down and made sure there were no sharp areas.
The floor is pretty much ready now. So what's next?
next is the vinyl, is it?
We placed the vinyl down and cut it to fit, ensuring that it was as neat as possible. Once cut, we placed a screw in the top and bottom to make sure the vinyl was straight and wouldn't move whilst we applied the glue. We peeled one side back at a time and placed it down, ensuring no air pockets or bubbles were formed. We then completed the other side, and just like that, the floor was completed. We are so pleased with our vinyl choice, as she's slowly starting to come together.
And we're done for today. It looks like day
done.
one.
It does. She has got vinyl underneath all of this.
Yeah, we kind of put a plywood just to protect it.
She is nice under there, I promise. But we're just trying to protect her whilst we do the walls and the ceiling, I think.
Yeah.
Just to be safe.
So,
But that's one full area.
finish. That's done.
Really proud of that one. Good job. See you
Right.
next week.
So the next job is the walls and ceiling, but will we get the next stage done without any hiccups?